what is Project Y? Why? This is the road that we or many of our competitors can also take, but we thought, no, why follow everyone else? We want to go a different path. And this is where, like the fork in the road, you can take one way or the other. This is what Project Y was about. When we evolved this for the mountain bike, it became pretty clear that we were onto a winner. We had a sub 13 kilogram hardtail mountain bike on the market. And we thought, okay, it wasn't specifically the weight issue that we were looking for road, but we wanted to go to something just a bit different. The project, the 3 bikes I'm going to introduce to you now, is just that, it's a project. So the 3 specifications, the 3 types of bikes you see, we didn't want to say, for us, Project Y is going for this very specific area or segment of road. We wanted to make it very diverse, okay? So we'll go through those 3 specifications. The first one that we have right here behind me, you could interpret this as a tourer, a gravel, an endurance bike. We have it here showing, of course, with all already laid up. You could use this as a weekender, overnighter bike. Thanks to the E-tube technology now from Shimano, we have Dura-Ace levers, we have a Dura-Ace front derailleur, we have an XTR rear derailleur. It means that all this works and functions together. We're able to use a 40-tooth cassette on the back, compact double gearing, amazing overview. 33 millimeter tires. It also means that we have a maximum width available of 35 millimeters to here. So all these sorts of things start to become available, or you can make the bike what you want. Now the second specification we have, just looking at it, actually it's the same frame, the same fork. There's no difference. But we've interpreted this spec, you could say, a more traditional road aero specification. We have a traditional full Dura-Ace Di2 group set on there, standard gearing, road disc technology, all together. The bike here weighs 12.5 kilograms, as you see it, including the pedals. So still very lightweight. Another feature of these bikes is we have on board what's called road boost wheel technology. We're using what was traditionally, until recently found, a 148 rear axle and a 110 rear axle there, 110 front axle. Why do we use this new road boost technology? We have a slightly wider Q factor here because of the motor and gearbox system. It means that if we use, and we tested it on aluminium prototypes, if we use a standard 142 rear, we're getting some severe crossover with the chain. You're going to go through chains a lot quicker, and at the same time there was also rubbing, it's noise, it's just taking away those things that make the ride unenjoyable. We wanted to do it right first time. That's why we have this system here like this. And the last specification here, we have actually, once again, using the Shimano, so the Dura-Ace system, thanks to the E-tube technology, we actually have working there with a 1x system on XTR Di2. You could say this is more like a crosser, a 1x drivetrain, 11 at the back, Di2, using the same frame we've seen on the previous 2 models and the same wheel standards there. So we've talked about the bikes, but the technology of the motor and the battery system involved. What does it do? The system is called Fazur. It comes from a German company, and what you're seeing built into the down tube here, approximately this part here is the battery, and this part here is the motor. Unlike certain other brands, this is not the motor, this is actually just the gearbox. It means that when, or should you require, you can push the button here and your battery and motor unit is removed. This battery motor unit weighs approximately 3 kilograms. When you have this removed, naturally your bike comes down 3 kilograms in weight, but unlike many other systems, you can still ride the bike. Because this is the gearbox, there is the interaction between the motor and the gearbox in through here. Now the power, the system has, it's 250 watt. Because we needed to make it legal for many markets, it means that when you are riding over 25 kilometers an hour, you are riding on your own power during the ride. However, when you come to a hill or an incline, a mountain, when you come under that 25 kilometer an hour, the motor is it's progressive. It doesn't kick in like certain other e-bikes do. It's progressive and it will bring you back up to this 25 kilometer an hour. Someone like myself, where I live in Switzerland, top of a big hill, it makes riding my favorite loops a lot easier, because what it will do is I can then ride down to the valley, do my 60 kilometer loop, but the last 7 kilometers is what I dislike about the ride, but now I know I'm going to get home with a bike like the Project Y.